Let's start by opening the bag. So here's what's in our kit. 2 tags, 1 keyring, and 1 bundle of string. We can put away the 2 tags and the keyring and focus on our bundle of string. So first we just want to untie it. For our first keychain, we'll be needing 2 strings. This is the keychain we'll be making. Let's get started on making them. So we take our strings from earlier and we match them up. We follow the string and match all 4 sides up. Now we follow all the strings again to the other side and we get this little fold. And we hold onto that fold and we pinch it between our fingers and you can make a cross. So when we're at the cross, we take the string that's on the bottom and we bring it over to the other side. Let's do that one more time. We're gonna bring the string all the way to the other side. And then we're gonna take the other green string and we bring it all the way over. Once we do that, that forms 2 loops. See, 1, 2. And now we take the other color and we go over the first one and under the second loop. Make sure your string stays straight. And taking the other side, go over the first loop and under the second loop. As you can see, I was struggling a little bit, but once you try and get it in that loop, you should form this little square. You see what happened here? This isn't what it's supposed to look like. I pulled unevenly on all edges, but once you adjust it a little bit, then you can get it into a square. As you make it, you might run into this problem, but don't worry, you can just untie it and try again. I'm going to show the start again just in case you missed it. So we want to match all the ends together and fold the strings in half. And at that fold, we want to make a cross. Now we're once again taking the string on the bottom and bringing it over to the other side. And then we're taking the other string and bringing it over to the other side. And now we're taking our other string and going over the first string and under the second string or loop. Now we're going to take the other string and go over the first loop again and under the second loop, just the opposite directions. Now we're going to gently and slowly pull all strings with the same amount of force and then create a square. This is the start of your keychain. If you still haven't gotten it, don't worry, it took me quite a few tries to learn this too. If you need to see the start again, you can rewind or pause the video. I'll give you guys a little time to work on the start. In this next clip, I'm going to show you guys how to build the body of the keychain. So just like the beginning, we want to take 1 string and bring that string over to the other side. And then we take the other string of that color and bring it over to the other side, which forms 2 loops. So now we take the other color and we bring it over the first loop and under the second loop. And we take the other side of the same color and we bring it over the first loop and under the second loop. And now we're just going to pull tightly on all strings. Make sure you pull super tight so that there's no gaps in your keychain. And it should still be a square. I'm going to show that again. So we want to choose 1 string and take 1 side and bring it over the middle string or the blue string. And we take the other side and bring it over to the other side. Now we take our other string, which is our blue string, and we go over the first loop of the green string and under the second loop. And we pull it sort of tight like that. And then we take the other side of the blue string and we go over the first green loop and under the second green loop. And now we pull super duper tight. we've got our square. So we bring the green string over, and we bring the other green string over. We're making the 2 loops again, and now we bring the blue string, go over the first loop and under the second loop. And then we're going over the first loop again and under the second loop, like that. We pull super duper tight. As you can see, we're just repeating the same knot over and over and slowly start building our keychain. I'm going to show the knot one more time. So once again, we perform those 2 loops by bringing the string over to the other side on both sides of the same colored string, and we use our blue string and go over the first string and under the second string. Now we take our other side of this blue color and we go over the first loop and under the second loop. And now we have to pull tight. Use those muscles and pull super duper tight. And then another knot's done. I'm going to speed the next bit up so that doesn't take up too much time. As you can see as I work, the keychain slowly builds up. I'm about to show you how to end this keychain. Feel free to pause the video or exit the video, finish your keychain first, and then come back to this video to watch how to do it. I've placed timestamps for each of the different portions of this video in the description below. Let's learn how to end our keychain. This is the same ending that we will use for all of our keychains. So all we want to do is take all the strings in our hands and make a loop and then pull the string through the loop and tighten, just like any other normal knot. You'll know you're ready to finish your project and tie it off when you've run out of string and will have about 3 inches left. This is what your finished product should be. Let's move on to keychain number 2. This is a different design, but it's very similar to the first one. cool swirly pattern. For this keychain, you'll be needing 2 strings. I'm choosing this cool green and this black. We're going to start with the same knot that we did for our first keychain, the square knot. Remember what we did for the first keychain? This time we're doing the exact same thing, except instead of pulling it over straight, we're pulling it diagonally. Now we're going to take our other string and go diagonally as well, following the other string to make those 2 loops again. And then the same as before, we take our other color string and go over the first loop and under the second loop. And then we're taking the other side and going over the first loop and under the second loop. As you can see, during the spiral knot is almost the exact same thing, except for the very first string. I'm going to go over this a few more times. So we're going to take the green string and we're going diagonal. Not straight, but diagonal. And we're taking our other green string and we're just following it to make those straight 2 loops, except now they're diagonal. And we're going over the first string and under the second string with our black string. And we're going over the first loop and under the second loop with our other black string. And now we're pulling just like before. We always have to pull after our knots. Pull super tight. Now we're doing our green string and making the diagonal loops again. Remember, it's very important to remember to do diagonal, diagonal, diagonal when you're doing spiral, or else it might come out a bit wonky. See, our keychain's already starting to form. We're going diagonal again, making this 2 diagonal loops. Just like before, I'm going to speed up the video a little bit. Feel free to relax, listen to the music, and work on your keychain. I'm going to be showing 3 different types of keychains in this video. Feel free to choose the ones that you think look cool and do those. You do not have to do all of them. If you'd like, you can do all of them. I'm also going to be releasing another video about more types of keychains to choose from. To end the keychain, all you want to do is tie it off with the same knot that we used earlier. Let's get started on keychain number 3. It's this cool keychain that looks a little bit like a zipper, hence its name, the zipper keychain. We'll be using 3 different strings for this. One is this long string, which is the normal string that's in your bag. And then 2 of these shorter strings, which are just the longer strings cut in half. As you can see, I'm folding it in half and cutting it. With my 2 shorter strings in hand and my long string in hand, I'm going to begin the keychain. So I match up all the ends and then do the knot that we do to end all our previous keychains. So it's just a simple knot like that. Because it is the start, we want to pull relatively tightly. But I'm going to do it one more time just in case you missed it. So with our matched ends, we just want to make a loop and then use 2 fingers and pull the ends of our string through that loop and pull tightly. Now we're going to take the long string and weave it between the 2 shorter strings. So we're going to take our longest string, which is the sparkly string for me, and go under the pink string and over the black string. And now we're going to take the sparkly string and go under the black string and over the pink string. And we're just going to continue this pattern of going under one string and going over the other. It's going to be a side-by-side motion. And you want to make sure that our 2 shorter strings are somewhat close together and they're not beginning to get loose and farther away. We also don't want to pull too tight on our clear string, or else it might mess up the pattern. So we're going to continue going under the pink string and over the black string to the other side, and then going under the black string and over the pink string, and under the pink string and going over the black string, and we're just continuing our pattern until our clear string is somewhat short so that we can tie it off. Out of all the keychains, this one is the easiest and the quickest to make. I included quite a lot of string in your bag and all sorts of fun colors. Feel free to try different keychain patterns and make a bunch of cool color combos. And we continue weaving back and forth and back and forth. The making of this entire keychain is at real time, so feel free to work alongside me. We are nearing the end of our keychain as our string is about this long. Now we're going to seal it off with the same knot that we used for all our other keychains. We're going to make a loop and pull our ends through that loop. You know this keychain is done when the string that you're weaving back and forth, or the longest string, is short enough that you can maybe go a bit farther. Now that we finished all our keychains, a little bit in the next clip, I'm going to be showing how to connect them together and bam, put them on our third keychain is done and ready to be made into a keychain. Now I'm going to show you guys how to attach your keychains to your keyrings. We have 2 different types of keyrings, the one with the name tag and the bulkier metal one. So we're going to just take our spiral one and we're going to look at the bottom and see that there's a loop. So you're going to take that loop and put it through your keyring. As you can see, when you have your keyring, there are these 2 ends. So using your fingernail, you just want to pry that one end open so that there's a little pointy thing and try to slip it through your keyring. And once it's in, we just want to twist a little bit until it's on both of them, like that. And that's it. If you would like, feel free to write your name onto the little name tag. I'm now going to show you how to attach your zipper keychain. We're going to use our name tag keyring. So you can choose either end of the keychain to attach to the ring. It doesn't really matter. And we're once again going to pry apart the little end so that there's a little point. And we're just going to attach it to any one of the strings near the knot. So I'm just slipping it into the white string. This might take you some time to do. And now once we got it into that string, we're just gonna twist around a little bit. Once it's popped in, then your keychain is done. Officially done, and now you have all your keychains on your little name tag. Because this little keyring is a little busy, you can attach it to the bigger hoop. So we're just gonna open the ends again, pry it open with our nails, and we're just going to slip the bigger keychain in. And then bam, you're done. Feel free to hang it on your backpack and make a bunch of cool looking ones and put it wherever you'd like to. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you had a fun time making these keychains with me. Bye guys!